Hi guys, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be showing you how I built these really lovely benches for my DIY wood-fired sauna. And I'm going to say this process is actually relatively simple despite it looking really nice. And the good news is I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in this video. So the first job was just measuring up and marking up for exactly where I wanted the benches to go. And I believe my gap from the ceiling to the top of the top bench was around 41 inch, which works out in millimeters to be just over a meter. I think it was around 1050 millimeters. And then also what I'm doing here is I'm just measuring the width because I want these benches to kind of be sort of friction fit initially, so they're nice and tight, and then I can add fixings to really secure them in place. So first things first, I'm just going to cut this first bit. I'm going to take that into the sauna just to check it to make sure it fits nice and snug. Once I'm happy with that, I can come back out and I can cut the next piece. So for the frame that I'm building here, I'm using a graded redwood. So this is a softwood and it is untreated because obviously we don't want any treated timber inside the sauna because of the gases that it could release. This is generally considered a better quality softwood, so it's redwood rather than whitewood, which is generally better, less knots, less defects. It's just a much more stable product. And also the fact that it's graded just means that it's much better wood. You can kind of see by looking at it, there's not a lot of knots or defects in the wood. It's quite decent quality. Okay, so what I'm actually building here is a ladder frame. Now, if you've watched this channel at all, you'll know that I really love this type of frame. It can be used for a lot of stuff, really versatile and very simple to make. All we've got to do is just put these noggins in the middle evenly, 2 fixings in either side, and we have a really solid frame that we can use to start making our benches. Okay, so first job here is to take it in and put it in place. And because I went in and checked that first piece, I already know this is going to be nice and snug. You can see this is just going to push in really nice and snug. And then I'm going to pull it up to the right height. Obviously, I made those marks on the wall before, so I have a rough idea of where this is going to go. Once I've got it in the exact position, I'm just going to adjust it slightly, make sure I'm bang on them lines, which I already know are level. I'll double check it with the level. And as you can see, straight away, I'm pretty happy here. So I'm going to grab my drill and drill a couple of pilot holes here so I can add some fixings. Now, one point worth noting here is that I'm not just going blindly through the bench frame into the walls and just going through the cladding. I'm actually going straight into the studs that are behind the cladding. So it is important to measure and mark out for these prior to fixing in place. But once you know where these are, you're gonna know exactly where to fix. I'm also using stainless steel screws here. The reason for this, and the reason that I use stainless steel for all of the fixings inside the sauna, is because this is not gonna rust. It's gonna just last better in the moist, hot environment inside the sauna. Okay, so I'm also going to just double check the sides, make sure they're about right. I'm not going to fix these just yet because I'm actually going to use some legs to fix these in place. But as you can see, the front is pretty level. And here we are fixing these legs on. So these are just simply some more pieces of that wood, that soft wood, cut to length. I'm fixing these, fairly plumb, fixed through the bench frame itself and down onto the floor. And then underneath the legs, I'm using a little piece of rubber. It's actually the same rubber that I used to put under the pedestals when I built the floor for the sauna. So I had a little bit left over and I just used that. The main purpose of this piece of rubber is just to protect the floor. The floor has obviously got a waterproof membrane on it, and I don't want this wood moving over time and scratching the membrane and damaging it. So the rubber is just there for the feet to basically sit on and protect the floor. So very simple again, get them in place, fix them with the stainless steel screws, and as you can see now, this is absolutely solid. It can fully take my weight, and all we need to do now is create the second bench, which I'm going to fast forward to now, and you can see it here, the second bench, which is the lower bench. So this one is 500mm at the bottom, and the one at the top is another 500mm above that. And the process here was exactly the same. It's another ladder frame. It has obviously the same type of legs, shorter obviously, sat on those little rubber mats. The only difference here is rather than fixing into the wall like the top one, I fixed into the legs from the top bench there. So very straightforward and pretty much identical process to the top one. Once this is done, we can actually move on to the aesthetic part, which is the tops of the benches and the fronts of the benches. So again, I'm going to be using ladder frames to create the main structure of the frame, and this will be covered with lats on the top. So you can see me marking this out now. Once I've got these two pieces and my 4 noggins there, I'm just going to be fixing this together with some pins from the pin gun. Now, if you don't have a pin gun, by all means, just use screws for this. The only reason I used pins is just faster and easier. And I know that I'm going to be putting that many screws into these lats to fix them to the frame that it's going to hold it together pretty strong anyway. So I just didn't see the need to have additional screws down here. And for any of you who've bought stainless steel screws before, you'll know they're very expensive, you know, much more expensive than standard screws. And I had a limited amount, so I didn't want to waste any of them. So that's the reason that I use the pins. But there you go, you can see the lats on top, and this is how it looks if we're just looking down at it with the camera. But unfortunately we can't fix it this way around because that would look horrible. We'd have screws all in our benches, so we need to flip it all over like I have done now. And it is literally just a case of going through every single piece of the frame into every single one of those lats to make this fully secure on each one. Once this is done, we can go pop this in place, and this is one of the front parts of the bench. And as you can see there, that just slots in really nice on top of that bottom bench and right up to those legs from the top bench. So this was kind of lucky that everything sort of married up nicely in terms of the thickness, but as you can see, it looks really nice, and it looks kind of like it was just meant to fit there, you know, without very much effort. So I was really happy with this. And again, I'm just going to fix these in place with those stainless steel screws. These are all getting fixed from behind. And one last thing to do is I'm going to add another lat up at the top here onto the front of that top frame. Now, the reason for this is, firstly, it's just going to finish it off and make it look nicer. But secondly, I'm also going to be adding backrests to the tops of all the benches and also one onto the wall. These backrests are around 150mm wide. So they're just going to stick right over the top of this. So it's just going to give it something to fix to. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to move on to some more bench building. And an important point to make here is that the front parts of the bench and the top parts of the bench are done in exactly the same way. So what you can see me doing here, I'm just using a spacer to basically get the exact same gap between each of those lats. And this is the same spacer that I used for every single one. In fact, it is just the thickness of some of the cladding that's on the internal walls. So very, very straightforward. And once this is all fixed together, it can go get fitted just like the other one. So this is what it looks like from the bottom of the frame. And obviously the real advantage here is that all the fixings are hidden. So you're not going to see these on the tops or the fronts of the benches. And you can see I've done the bottom front here. I've also added those backrest pieces on. So these are 150mm. Basically the same idea. It's all fixed through the back, through the frames. I will show you exactly how this works in a minute, but I just wanted to show you one of the top benches slotting down into that. And there you go, that is a fully working bench. So I'll just show you exactly how that backrest fitted now. So we can just look behind this and we can see that this actually protrudes up above the top of the frame. It's around 40mm, and that is around the depth of the frame of the actual bench itself. So what's going to happen here is going to stop the bench, firstly, top from falling off, and it also allows us to just slot it down nicely in place. And the reason for this is I want these to be removable because I want to be able to get under the benches. Obviously, from time to time, I will need to clean the sauna, and if these were fixed in place, this would just make the whole process much more awkward. Also on the top bench there, you can actually see some duct boards, which I'm going to show you how to build right now. Okay, so the duct boards are pretty simple. They're a little bit different to the benches themselves. I'm just going to be adding 3 lats to the bottom, and this is just going to carry the top lats there. Now, you'll notice as well that I'm also using the pin gun here. The reason for this is, again, back to the whole thing of screws being expensive, and I was actually running out of screws at this time. So I just pinned it initially. However, I have to say I did come back to this in the end and add additional screws because I wasn't happy with how strong it was with the pins. But regardless, you can see how it's meant to look. And, you know, pretty simple to put together really, and just gives a really nice area to walk on. Okay, so on to the next job, and that is just adding a few pieces of timber to the front of the bench here. And the reason for this is we're going to be adding a handrail to the lower bench. So you can see here I've got 3 pieces of the alder that we used for the benches cut out with a slightly angled cut on the top. The angle here, I believe, if I remember correctly, was 22.5mm, and this is going to give a nice little slope on the top of the handrail, which will make it really nice to just put your feet up when you sat up on the top bench. So just like everything else in this build, this is all fixed from behind through the frame with stainless steel screws. And I'm just going to check these for plumb. Obviously they want to be absolutely bang on. Make sure they're fixed in exactly the right place. And it's just a case of getting a few fixings in the back of both of these first two before I put the top on. So I decided to fit the third one last because I wanted to fix it not only to the bench, but I also wanted to fix into the wall as well. So I'm going to finish putting those fixings in there. Then once I've done that, I'm going to just pop the top piece on just to see how it looks. And then once I'm happy with how I'm going to fix it, I'm going to grab a little bit of this D4 wood glue. This is an external wood glue, so it should hold up a lot better inside the sauna than just a basic standard wood glue. Once I've got that in place, I can get a couple of pins in the top. So one in that first one in the second one. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to remove this end piece. I'm going to get a little bit of glue on that. So just grab the glue, put a load on the bottom here, a little bit back on the wall, some on the top, and then I'm just going to pop that into place. Once I'm happy with that, I can get a few pins in the bottom. This is going to really secure it in place so it's not moving anywhere. And then finally, once I'm done with that, I can stand up and put a few nails in the top. So 2 in there, and I'll just put another one in each of these 2 here. And that's it, it's done. Pretty solid now. So once that's done and I'm happy, I can put the bench back down. And as you can see, this is looking pretty good now. By the way, just big shout out to Aqualine, the company who provided all this bench material. This is absolutely beautiful alder. This has come directly from Finland and it's just a really, really great quality product. So great company, great sauna products. If you are building a sauna yourself, I highly recommend you check these guys out. Okay, so this is pretty much the last job here now. I'm putting the backrest on. So just like the other backrests, unfortunately I can't fix this one from behind because there's no way of me getting behind the cladding. So what I'm doing here is I'm just putting 2 4-inch stainless steel screws to secure it in place. The only major downside with this, with the screws being through the front, is they're kind of visible. You can see now I'm just sort of pondering a solution to this. So in the end, I decided to cut some plugs out with this plug cutter. And these were just popped into the holes, planed and sanded off. They had a little bit of glue in there. And to be fair, once this was dry, you basically couldn't see it at all. So here we are in the sauna. This is the finished job. As you can see, you cannot see those screws in that backrest, but overall just looking really nice. The benches look great. We've got our little handrail there, and I'm just going to turn around, get sat down on the top bench. You can see the lovely stove that we added in the last video. Obviously, if you've not seen that already, go check it out. We've got our duck boards down there on the floor. And I have to say, I am absolutely delighted with how these benches turned out, guys. Let me know what you think, guys. What do you think to these benches? What do you think to this sauna build overall? Obviously, it's been a lot of fun making it, so I hope you have enjoyed it. Comments down below, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.